Here's how to avoid weird people with weird behavior. Spot where they have insecurity and where their ego is trying to make up for it. I promise you, when you look at things through that lens, you will avoid a lot of weird things. Let me tell you why. When we have wounds or we have trauma that leaves us feeling vulnerable or ashamed or not enough in some area, the ego's job is to self-correct, right? So the ego is going to go into overdrive in whatever area that is to make us fill that hole or feel like we have value. Let me give you some examples. You ever heard that thing about quiet wealth versus like loud, flashy wealth? Do you know what the difference is? People who don't have lack, aka grew up with money, don't have an insecurity around money, there is no hole that their ego has to overfill. So therefore, they don't do weird shit to prove to you that they have money. The people that do that have an insecurity around money. It means they either didn't grow up with it, they had it and they lost it. Something happened that created a hole inside of them, a wound, something that tells them that that part of them has low value. So their ego is simply trying to self-correct. So this is why they flex and want to show you everything they have to prove they have value in this area. You know where else this applies? You ever met people who are very attractive and they're cool about it? Is because they've been attractive their whole life. They were affirmed, they were validated as children probably, and they don't have an insecure hole, so they don't have to do that much about it, right? People who don't have those things have to convince you they're a bad bee. I'm him, I'm her. The reason they're doing all of that behavior is because they feel a hole, they feel ashamed, they feel insecurity. So once again, the ego has to go over the top to try to convince the rest of us, right, that you're that. My favorite area where this shows up is, and I tell people this all the time, this is the trick on how you avoid bad sex and bad intimacy. People who do all that, I'm going to tear it up, I'm going to tear it up, I'm going to snatch your soul, I'm going to do all that. You know why? Because there's once again a hole, once again some trauma. A lot of people who talk like that, fun fact, were actually molested. And we're taught at an early age that the only value you have to offer is in your body. And your autonomy was taken. So you walk around with that and you have to convince the rest of us that you're so good in bed because there's wounds there. People who are really good in bed and who are securely attached and well adjusted don't ever tell you that. They let you discover it. Fun fact, that's how you get the men with the, okay? They don't announce it. They just sit back and smile like this, like, yeah, you're going to figure it out when it's time for you to figure it out. Because they don't have an insecurity. They don't have to try to sell the goods. In general, this is a thing. Think about it. Think about when you walk into a luxury goods store, they're going to ask you one time if you need help. Because when a thing has value, I don't have to try to sell it to you. Think about the people on Canal Street that sell you the fake Louis bags. Come and buy, hurry up and buy. You got to get it. You got to buy. It's the best. Why are you trying to convince me so hard? Because you know it's fake and you know it has no value. So when you see people trying to overly sell you something, it means there's something in there that's broken. Okay? People who aren't doing that are secure in what they have. I want for you to be one of those people that's secure in what you have. So when you find yourself overly bragging about something, or trying to overly convince us that you're proficient in an area, I want you to go into your journal because that might be an area in which you have some insecurity that deserves attention and work so that you don't act weird either. Just saying, Auntie loves you.